Attention, bobsled riders! You will soon be embarking on a thrilling podcast down the icy slopes of the Matterhorn. So please remain seated, keeping your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the bobsled at all times. Auf Wiedersehen!
Hello, yodelers. We are the Matterhorn Yodelers. I am your host today, Jackie, and we have...
G-Fifth.
Pocahontas.
And...
Father Yodeler.
Good luck trying to bring that over into this.
Yikes.
Pocahontas.
You
Is it
see where I'm going with
Thanksgiving?
I see where you're going, yeah.
Thanksgiving? There we go.
It's
Different
I know, but I was making a joke with Robin Williams' his King of Thieves.
Keep digging.
I know. Whatever. I've already dug the hole. I'm already swimming in it.
All right. Well, let's...
There's water in it?
Yeah, there's a lot of piranha in there, too.
If we plan this right, it is the week of Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone.
Either that or the week before, something like that.
It's close.
It's close enough.
And
We want to be thankful.
we're going to be thankful, and we're going to be positive, right, everyone? We're going to be positive.
We're thankful Bob Chapek isn't the leader of Walt Disney.
You know, it is a family podcast, and around family dinners, we like to go around and we say things we're thankful for, right?
Not really.
We never did that.
No.
In the happy
Maybe
American...
in a prayer, but
Grace.
no.
but we are gonna take turns and say things we're thankful for the Disney Company.
I'll go first.
All right.
I'm going to go with I'm thankful for the storytelling and kind of setting a standard. They're really responsible for a lot of the timeless stories that we've been given. They really resonate across generations. You know, it's crazy to watch Snow White and have my kid wear little Snow White outfits. And it's, you know, because of that storytelling and that tradition within the company to try and uphold to what was started by Walt, you know, with all the films and the franchises. I mean, they just do a good job blending all the emotions and the adventures and kind of like the universal like themes that resonate across the world where we have those Disney parks, because it's just not just an American thing. And, you know, that translates into parks and merch and toys and clothes. I mean, all of us have Disney stuff in our house, and as I'm sitting in this house, and I'm like, some of us have things that are not Disney because everything is Disney in here.
Well, I mean, it goes to show you that, like, how when it comes to storytelling, Disney changed the game. Where, like, talking about Snow White, you know, he had a vision for making this fully animated feature music. People aren't going to sit for that. People are not going to be interested in that. And then when the movie comes out and he's looking into the audience and they're seeing, you know, people crying at Snow White's funeral.
Because she's dead.
Because she's dead. She's not sleeping. She's dead.
She's dead.
She's dead?
But, like, people are crying over an animated feature. And that was something that nobody had done before, really. And so...
I mean, you look at the cartoons that came out before that, and you're like, the dancing, like, flowers in a
Yeah.
circle,
Yeah.
and you're just like, you're going to make us watch an hour of that?
Yeah, exactly.
It's also the
Okay.
storytelling. I mean, you've had the Brothers Grimm collect all those stories, and then Walt Disney's kind of gathered these stories and made them accessible for families.
Smooth them out a bit.
Yes, he
Yes,
did.
he did smooth them out.
You're just like, I'm reading some of these stories, and I'm like, holy.
Yeah.
So he was a Brothers Grimm of his time, of making these things accessible.
Or Hans Andersen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I just appreciate just the storytelling. I mean,
Yeah.
when you go to a movie, you really hold them to a high standard. Like, they go through lulls, and we've gone through all of the ranking all the Disney animation films, and we're really critical because we hold them to a high standard. I don't think we do this like think of like Thumbelina or like
Right.
Swan Princess. You're like, oh, okay. First 5 minutes was good. After that,
Right.
you're like, that was garbage. Like that ain't Disney standards right there.
Right.
We were really critical, and it's not something you can fake. It really started from the foundation up to create what they did. So I don't think anybody has come close to that type of storytelling.
And I think to add to storytelling is something I'm grateful for are the characters. Like, there are so many Disney characters out there that people resonate with, that people connect with, and have a special tie with.
Do you remember like the little books at the animation studio? Like the little like interactive, like,
Yeah.
oh,
At the
do
Beast
you want to
Library.
make friends or do you want to eat your friends? And you're like,
yes.
eat friends.
And
And you do the personality test. You
Yeah.
find out what is, and everyone has like an identity with a Disney character.
right. And
Yeah.
I'm Ariel. That's what Kay always said.
I
'Cause
think
I like
my-
to collect things.
my I remember my hero was Flick from A Bug's Life, and my villain was Captain Hook.
He's French.
He's French. But no, I just feel like the way they've created, and this goes with the storytelling, is that they've created these characters so that they seem so real. So that like when we do visit them in the parks, there's like an excitement. Oh, look, there's Moana. Oh, look, there's Mickey. Oh, look, there's, the evil queen. Like, there's something behind them besides just, oh yeah,
It's not a person in a costume. There's an actual
Yeah.
personality. They sign it the same. They act in the similar manners and movements because it has life to it.
I put that I'm thankful for Mickey Mouse because seeing my son hug a Mickey Mouse plush is like the cutest thing and it just melts my heart. And to him, like Mickey Mouse is like his friend and it's just the sweetest thing that the Disney Company created.
Wow. I put down as my first one that I was grateful for the wonderful world of Disney with the host Walt Disney. I'm glad that Walt Disney made that pivot to television because the movies were dying. The shorts died right in that time period right before. And so
Yeah,
you
it never
couldn't
recovered from the
You
war.
couldn't go to the movie theater and see a short of Mickey Mouse anytime you wanted. At my age, it was television, and he was there on a regular Sunday spot and could bring magic to my week. Every week, I would know that he would be there and introduce, and he did become Uncle Walt to
Uncle
me.
Walt.
So I'm thankful for that pivot to television.
and again, another time where people kept telling him like, "Oh no, that's your enemy. Television is your enemy. You don't want to go down that." And he's like, "I'm going to embrace it," and it changed
it
the
launched
game.
his park.
Yep.
He used it to his advantage.
Otherwise, I would have only, encountered Disney once every 3 years or something like that when
Right.
a movie came out.
Yeah.
What do you got, Jack? You got something?
I am thankful for the music that is in the movies that we all know.
Mm-hmm.
It's just so fun to have the music, like all the classic music that we hear, like, I'm blanking.
Feed the birds.
Feed the Birds, or like in Beauty and the Beast or Frozen, you got Let It Go. And it's just music that we can all...
Shiny.
Shiny.
I wanted her to say it too. Just like shiny. Oh no, not
No,
that one.
no, not shiny, but it's just music
Almost.
that we can all relate to, but we can all connect together. Like, I was at the store and there was a girl singing a Disney song holding her dad's hand, and it was just the cutest thing. And it builds community, it builds friendship. The Disney music just has done so well for everyone.
Do you guys know what song you want played at like your funeral? or like a tribute. No, I'm not joking. Is it a Disney song? If you do,
I don't know.
I have one. It's from the Rocketeer, like the whole orchestra. Like,
Yeah.
I'd want that like playing on like a
I would play
like
that
a
right
picture.
now, but we've gotten copy strike by that song.
We
before,
would, but like,
so.
yeah, if you think of the music of the Rocketeer, I'd want that playing, like showing my life, because it has that kind of ups and down, and it's whimsical, and it's a beautiful piece. And so whenever I hear that song, I always just think of like life, and like the ups and downs of it, you know. And I think you've mentioned something about like the Toy Story 2.
I will go sailing no more, which
Yeah.
is I think is from the first movie.
First
Is the first one?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if it was the.
Yeah, I heard that one time, and I said I think I'd like that one.
I like the bluegrass version of that song that you have. It's that one. Like that's the one I like when you say
Picture.
that. That's the one I picture.
Oh, I
is
have the
that
one
version.
from the Babes in Toyland, slowly sank into the
The
sea.
sea?
Yeah, I'd want that, but I want you guys going around in a
Round and
pool and slowly sinking in.
I think right. I think right now, and this may not come to any surprise to you guys, but would be "We Go On," which is the song from Illuminations, the Epcot fireworks show.
Oh yes.
I thought you were going to say like Phil Collins and Tarzan. I was like, it better not be a Tarzan song.
I want the Two Brothers song.
Two brothers.
Jackie does, because she wants one of us gone. She's like, I got bets on this one.
I'm kidding.
She's always like, yeah, at the end.
One of them's gone.
It's this brother who pissed me off today.
For music, I had to pinpoint it a little more, and I had to be thankful that Walt Disney hired the Sherman Brothers.
Yeah.
To me,
Ooh,
that was magic, because what did they really have before, and how did he know that they were going to be that good? But I think their talent that they brought in at that time was just
He
magical.
just knew. Walt just knew.
It's just amazing how he would know. No, you'd be good over here. Just throws people into things.
Well, and the Sherman Brothers kind of set the tone of Disney music.
They did.
Well, what about the Jiminy Cricket or the When You Wish Upon a Star? Like, I think that was like the first one, like you mentioned,
There are
that really set the tone.
Yeah.
Like you brought that up, and I was like, wow, that really did set the tone of like hitting the emotion with it.
But
And then Sherman Brothers came in, and they're like, we can do it quicker and on call for like Walt, and that was perfect.
that was my golden era growing up with the Sherman Brothers music, because everything was the
Winnie
Sherman
Pooh,
Brothers
yeah,
at
Winnie-
that time.
Mary Poppins, Jungle Book.
The Tiki Room, all of those things were coming from the Mary Poppins. My goodness, just incredible what they brought, and even Journey into Imagination.
That's right.
Imagination. Oh, I can't sing that.
You can, just very poorly, so that the copyright machine doesn't find it.
I can probably do that.
Did it justice, didn't I?
Good job.
Copyright.
Watch, I can
Boy,
bleep
they're
out.
getting good.
You perjured yourself. Let's see.
Oh, I did. I totally did. What do you got, Peter?
Let's see here.
You're thinking.
I am thinking.
Do you want me to? You want me to go?
No, it's fine. We can continue. I've got several on my mind. I'm just trying to figure out which one I would like to discuss now and save for later, sort of thing. But I think one of the things that I'm grateful for, and this might sound like I'm a closing one, but we can talk about it now.
Oh,
is
great! I got a follow-up closer one.
Your favorite.
I hate following closer mid
Fine,
episode.
I'll do a different one. We'll do
Softball it.
We'll do softball. I am grateful for Walt Disney creating the Disney parks the way that he did. He created a place where people truly can escape the world, to be together as a family, and create a place where people want to come back and experience magic. Yeah.
I really, and I was thinking about this too, with the other episode about the parks, is that if you think about like when you go to the Disney park, it's so familiar, but it does change. We're always talking about the changes, but I really appreciate that it's such a slow change that you don't really notice, that it's familiar enough where it's not a shock to you, that it always feels like home and that it feels safe. You imagine if they changed the castle for like an anniversary into a birthday cake,
Or paint it pink.
paint it pink, how the people would just freak out. So I do appreciate that change is slow. Although we complain about like they need to get rid of this and that, I do appreciate it because it allows different generations to see it and really appreciate or get familiar with it. And you can share and going on Fantasyland rides and going, I remember doing this at your age and relating at that level. That I really do appreciate. And piggybacking off of the Disney parks, I really like that aspect of it. And that it just holds that magic from when, it really got into the full swing.
Well, and along with the Disney parks, one of mine is I'm really grateful for, we discussed this in a previous episode, but grateful for the quality of nighttime shows.
Oh, yeah.
Disney knows how to put together like a fireworks show or, a World of Color show.
Yes.
Where it really just draws your emotion. It really just, sometimes it leaves you thinking about your life or motivation.
If I have to wait here any longer, I'm going to do something that's going to get me in trouble.
But like, I've been to other theme parks and they try to do nighttime shows just like Disney, but it is not the same.
Yeah, with our childhood, it's like it
But the
touches our childhood
quality-
at different ages, like, and the quality, and so they do such a good job in pulling from the kid inside
Yes.
that you can't really get that in other parks.
Yeah. How about you, Father Yodeler?
I appreciate the YouTubers that go in with their 4K recordings of the rides and attractions and everything. For those of us that can't get there quite as often and need a little piece of magic, I think they've done way better than me beating on my camera while I'm trying to get it to work. And so on. And
Or flipping it upside down,
Down,
because
yes.
the color goes out.
Yeah.
Wait one moment.
So I really appreciate those YouTubers providing
It's true.
quality entertainment at home. I mean, it's not the same as being there, but it brings some of the magic home.
But because you know that quality is there, available for you to access, you can, when you do go to the park, you can just enjoy.
Yes, you don't have
it.
to.
You don't have to like have
Somebody's
your camera
taking a better
up.
picture already. Why do I need to like?
Exactly.
Oh, I'm gonna
Correct.
stop for the remember like how bad digital cameras were with taking a picture of
Yes.
the castle at night? You're like, it's not even worth it. You're like, you just get yourself all flashed and then you just see that shadow
Outline.
and you're like, I can't get the right settings. And you're like, I give up. I'll find a picture online and I'll just
Yep.
that's mine. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a great camera.
Yeah.
But you're absolutely right. Like I don't have to worry about like, oh, I got to capture this ride experience. I can now turn the camera to my kids and watch their reactions going through the experience and hold on to those memories.
Yeah.
Yep. It's still easier said than done
Yes.
because it's shaky, it's dark, and so on.
The evolution of your cameras that you brought to the park. You had a headband one where you were recording us backwards on Splash Mountain.
Oh, yes.
Right.
It was like a tube, and I was like, wow, Dad's going all out for this. Before there was GoPro, and it's like some
Yeah.
spy stuff right there. I was all like, wow, that's pretty interesting.
Peter, do you have one?
Oh wow. Okay, we're already back to me.
Yep.
All right. So let's say I'm grateful for the ability that this has brought our family together.
Stole my clothes.
I told you this was a closer, but I got another one. But like it's one of the things before this podcast even existed. It was the one thing that we could all talk about. Like we all have different interests and things like that. Like I could sit here and talk about video games, but you guys would look at me like I have no idea, nor do I care about anything you have to say.
Did you say something?
Exactly.
Oh, okay.
But we'll just have a hypothetical discussion. We'll look at our map at Disneyland on the wall and be like, what do you think if we remove this? What would you like to put there? And just have these fun discussions, and it's helped unify our family in a way that, like, I think
Would have been missing otherwise.
right. I think because I'm not necessarily the biggest conversationalist when you're not talking about Disney, and so I would just see myself just, yep, I'm here at family events, just sitting here and staring off into space, and so
I do that no matter what. So
Right.
I'm sorry.
so
But I mean, growing up, I'm gonna add to this because this was obviously one of mine.
I think it's on all of our lists. So
It didn't make mine.
I didn't mention that.
Family what?
I guess Peter and I are the only sentimental ones with family. But I mean, growing up as kids, we were not like the closest in like friendship, I would say.
I created a common enemy for you.
There was
I also created a power vacuum once I left.
you did create a power vacuum.
there was a lot of conflict in our home. Not in the home,
What? There was
but
a lot of conflict in the
No.
home. Sounds terrible. I
no,
don't
but
remember
like
that.
arguing and sibling
Oh,
challenges.
that's when I was at work. That didn't matter.
That doesn't count.
But we weren't always like the closest, as if you may assume, since we're all doing this podcast. But one thing was for sure, when we did family vacations in the park, we all had a good time. We all had fun together. We
Or
kind of
competing with each other.
We did create games in the park.
we we just had fun with it, and I have some of my favorite memories with my siblings in the parks, and now we get to share it on a podcast, which is extra special.
Well, I'll change the subject, I guess. I've got since I did make my list, I don't have anything to contribute with bringing our family together. Just joking. I like kind of the foundational legacy of like the great example this company has done for the American dream. Where you have, embraces kind of like Walt's humble upbringings in his early life. I mean, you walk through Main Street, that's his early life right there. And kind of like how it started in a garage, and he has setbacks with Oswald, and then he comes up with Mickey on a train ride, or at least that's what the legacy. There's
several stories.
There's several stories behind it, but it's a good legacy kind of story that sticks. And Walt's, tenacious hard work and execution of the product, his creative vision. Like you said with Snow White, it took vision because no one was doing it. He was inventing it. He was inventing the technology to do it. He was inventing the rides. I mean, there were no roller coasters. Matterhorn was the first
tubular steel roller coaster.
Yeah. There was like wood ones. Let me
Yeah.
correct that. Yeah. And there's just the, cultural impacts of like Mickey Mouse being the commercial icon of America. Like.
Yeah.
Where you hear it in songs, like if they want to show America or something, like they have Mickey Mouse. It was just the universal like symbol of America without having an American flag.
Well, I mean, that was the thing that France was protesting when they were going to put Euro Disney in Paris, and they're like, we don't want your Mickey Mouse.
It's kind of like the 20th century representation of us in the Battle of the Cold War, and and it's the company that he created is, it keeps the American dream kind of alive, and where it started really small and with just something so simple, and then now it is one of the biggest corporations that we just talked about in the previous episode. So I just really appreciate it, because you don't see and they also just keep that kind of legacy going too, so just appreciation for it at a larger level in his legacy.
Well, I will say this. Walt's has nothing to do with the American dream, according to Jackie's language arts teacher.
Yes.
I brought that up for that. I wanted Jackie to.
I couldn't believe it.
No.
You
Winning the lottery is the American dream, not Walt Disney creating.
Oh,
the most
that's the
successful
American
company
dystopic dream.
Oh, yes, I wrote a paper like all of us had in
We had
high
one
school.
Yeah.
Big Disney autobiography,
And
or not autobiography, just
I
a
had to write a
biography.
paper about someone who, had the American dream or something, and I did Walt Disney, of course, and it was a uphill battle with that one, with that teacher.
There aren't that many books about it. They're in my house.
Prove it.
I have more books in my house about this subject matter than you have on any other person.
Yeah, I that was a hard year with that teacher. So, but that's in the past, and look at me now. I have a podcast.
I have a podcast, like everybody else that's a Disney fan.
I'd like to give a shout out of thanks for James Wood for creating a character that made a movie, as far as I'm concerned.
Okay.
A great villain that just brightened up that movie in a special way.
You guys know what he's talking about.
No, I
right?
don't.
Hades.
Hades.
Oh,
Hades.
okay.
He
I
is
thought it was James Wood. I
Hell.
was like, all right.
James Wood, yes. I'm thankful that they hired James Wood to play the part of Hades and
It's like
Hercules.
think of like if he's not in that movie, it's totally different. It's like no Robin
Yeah.
Williams, no Aladdin. Like,
Oh yeah.
it makes a difference, and whoever thinks like just a one role and not the main role.
We're thankful
It
for
can
that
change it.
casting director.
And for some reason, after the Sherman Brothers, I said, well, is there anybody else I want to be grateful for? Some reason,
Alan Menken.
James Wood
James Wood.
was the one that came into my mind.
This is Freaky Friday right here, right?
Really, it's like James Wood. Sure.
I love Hercules is my number one
It's
film.
great.
I agree. I
He's a
agree
great
with
villain.
you. I appreciate him.
You know, it's like Alan Menken. No. James
Then
Wood.
I see the Drake meme right now. No. Yeah.
Anymore? I have one more, but I'll save it for the last one.
I mean, I could say I'm thankful for the innovation that this company has brought about. I mean, you think about all the groundbreaking technology and techniques that were invented through not just Walt Disney's efforts, but everyone's efforts that contributed to the success that the Disney Company is. From the animation style to putting sound, color into animation to the creation of different filming techniques with different camera equipment, and to how theme parks were designed, to how robots were basically became more mainstream because of the efforts of that. You can even give credit to Walt Disney for the success for the drive to go to the moon. People give Walt Disney that credit because of the specials that he presented.
This science fiction.
In the 50s, yes.
Yes. And so like and even leading into today's technology that, it blows your mind, the stuff that they come up with, like the innovation that comes about through telling stories, going back to storytelling. They use storytelling as a way to be like, well, how can we create this story? And they come up with a new way to do it. Like when you hear the story of how they came up with SOAR, and I created this, I've made an erector set model, like.
It's the cocktail napkin, but for engineers.
Right. And so like, I'm grateful that they're always willing to push the boundaries of what people thought was the limit, to create something new and amazing. And they do a fantastic job. And we see that every step of the way.
They may have some movies that bomb,
Right.
but like you wouldn't get the golden age if you didn't have, or not the golden age, but the Renaissance without all those like struggling movies from like the 80s and like transitioning from old to like incorporating computers in there. Like that's a huge leap of faith.
Right.
And changing your medium as such.
Well, like even look at the evolution of Pixar, for example. Like they made Toy Story because they thought we make people look really weird. So what can we make look good with this computer animation that we have available to us? Well, everything looks plastic. Well, toys are plastic. So we're going to make a movie about toys. And then they expanded that to living creatures with ants, and then they created monsters and
Then
fur
you finally get the
designs and
Incredibles.
fish and the Incredibles, and like you see that evolution of they push the boundary every step of the way. I don't know if they necessarily do that now, but that was kind of like Pixar's like original push.
Yeah.
Every movie they invented something new for that process. And so like it's amazing that like this company has inspired people to just push the boundaries of what we thought we could do.
I'm waiting somewhere in the next 50 years they're going to have an autonomous Mickey Mouse robot strolling the park.
Oh, yeah.
Man, that would be crazy.
Well, they're already halfway there. They've already got walking robots
Yeah.
in
Yes.
Star Wars land.
They
So-
just needed to develop that much more to where they've got a Mickey Mouse.
I think that, what is it?
Strolling
Because
the park.
they have a new one. I forgot what it was. It like does a somersault.
Oh, I did see that.
What character was that? I don't remember.
Is it the droid, the protocol droid?
No, it was
from
like
Star
it
Wars
was
that
like
shoot.
I think it was for like Zootopia. I think it was like a Zootopia character.
Is it the new one coming out with the
Maybe.
snake?
Was it on the YouTube channel? The
Yeah.
Imagineer YouTube channel?
Yeah, it was. And I
By the
don't
way,
remember.
I recommend subscribing to the
The Imagineers.
Imagineers YouTube channel.
They've been putting out some stuff.
Yeah, it
recently.
has
It's
improved
really
a
good
lot.
stuff.
Well, before they would put up stuff for like their own internal teaching, and so it was kind of boring to watch. But like now they've brought back.
This is how we're using Notebook today.
Yeah.
All right, everybody ready? And you're
It
like,
really is. It's like yeah.
But yeah, sidetrack.
all right, this will be my last one, but I like to, and this kind of goes off of the last one, but it's like the strong kind of corporate standard because of the heritage, about the final product and like the hospitality and the cleanliness because of that foundation. And I'm really appreciative that they continue that it is the standard and they really work hard. Like, it's easy to be like, oh, we can slack off on the garbage cans. Like, you don't see how many garbage cans are until you work there and there's nobody around. And you're like, and you got to wipe down each one before the park opens. You're like, why are there so many trash cans?
Yeah.
I really appreciate that the Disney company has not sold out to a larger entity that typically dismantles and just chews up and spits out what it doesn't need. And, we've seen Disney do that to other companies, but I'm kind of glad that it hasn't happened, yet. And so as that, the main product is selling Disney as opposed to just making money for the larger entity. So I'm appreciative of just that standard, because when I have it on my resume for working at Disney, it's automatically like they don't ask me about, can you handle hospitality?
They
can you
know.
handle customer service? Like, I have like the peak standard of hospitality without working in a hotel, and they know I can problem solve and work with people and be nice and pretty much lie to them of how I feel when I talk to them. I put on a good mask, as they say. So I really appreciate, that standard that they do uphold and continue on, and that's what makes them succeed.
Yeah. Father Yoler, did you have any more?
My final one is the most important, and I'm grateful for Freaky Friday. For making such a great movie. That was so entertaining.
The new one or the one
I
back in
haven't seen
2004?
the new one yet.
Oh, okay.
I'm saving. That's coming. We've gotten word it's coming out. So.
We should have a watch party with Dad.
Yeah, we should.
It's always good to watch it with people that really enjoy
Yeah.
it. My wife said it was great. She laughed. So, but I got to watch it with Dad. The energy.
That's
your
it.
last
That's
one?
my last one. You go ahead.
Okay. Let's end it with my last one, which we're bringing it.
Did you have any more, Peter?
I'm curious to hear what yours is.
Well, no. What
She
was
wants to finish
yours?
off with
I
her.
want-
She's got
Okay.
something.
I was going to talk about Walt Disney.
I was going to talk about
Then
it. So
there we
we'll
go.
talk
That's what I
about
kind of
Walt.
figured when you were like, I'm going to close. And I'm like, how else do you close it by not thanking the man behind it all?
I like Freaky Friday too.
All right, that's it, folks.
You got it,
That all
Dad.
yodelers.
Nailed it.
Tell us what you're grateful for.
5 Mickey bars.
Oh, Jamie Lee Curtis, Lindsay Lohan, Mark Harmon. Bomb.
We need to get him a Freaky Friday shirt.
Jamie Lee Curtis is gonna like DM Dad directly, be like, "I appreciate your fandom. Take it down a notch."
Yeah, I get it.
Hold it. That's it. I love it.
All right, sorry. We're going to bring it back to Walt. And one of the things I'm really grateful for is Walt Disney having hope and higher expectations for the people and the world. I feel like when he created his movies and animation, he wanted to bring light into the world to the children and to the adults. And when he created the parks, he wanted to create a place for families, and you saw that with Epcot. He wanted to create a better living town, and he was always pushing for always being better. And what a great example to kind of look after.
I mean, he had a way of inspiring people to be beyond what they themselves thought of themselves. You have these people who's like, I was a background animator, and now all of a sudden I'm constructing a theme park, you know.
Or I'm writing the theme song.
Yeah, I'm writing a theme song to an attraction, but I was an animator, you know.
You know, where you hear kids singing "Yo Ho, Yo Ho" outside of the park, going, "I wrote that because Walt asked me to."
He knew, he saw the hidden potential in everyone. You know, and he didn't care about who you were, what your background was. He just saw you and he'd go, you know what? I think your skills might be useful over here. And it was like, I don't know. And they would be amazing at that. And that would be the thing that they're most famous for, you know.
And you look at the people of his era who kind of scoffed at Walt Disney Studios or whatever, didn't think much of him. But you got, Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer, Warner Brothers, even Charlie Chaplin trying to create a legacy, film companies and so on. And where are those all now? They've all been gobbled up by other entities, whereas the Walt Disney Company has been gobbling up other entities. And so it's just a tribute. That's because of his personality and the power of his personality that has made his lasting legacy continue to this day, even though it's kind of tarnished with some of the people that have run it since there. He's the only one that successfully survived all these decades, where the other people's studios and dreams
They're all
have
being
all
bought up. I think
they're
Warner
all
Brothers is about to get bought
vanishing
up.
into history, but Walt Disney's legacy still continues on.
Yeah. And, as we're approaching Thanksgiving, this is obviously a time that we think, what we're grateful for and we're thankful for, and to think of trying to be positive. And I know with the Disney Company, there's a lot of hate out there. And so it's always good to take a minute and just remember the good and the positive that the Disney Company has impacted you.
We should do a 10 Things I Hate About You. I just watched that film. It would be probably pretty funny. But you write it like in a passive-aggressive way. Like, I hate how you make me spend so much money on Disney merchandise. I hate how you make me
That
cry.
churro should not have been $5.
I hate how I regret buying turkey legs because it smelled so good, but I can't eat that much turkey. We could have a fun time with that
Maybe a
one.
future episode we'll do that. But let us know if you are thankful anything about Disney. Let us know on all of our social medias. You can also reach out to us at matterhornyodlers@gmail.com. But with that being said, have a magical day.
And a happy Thanksgiving.
Thank you for joining us on this week's episode of the Matterhorn Yodelers. Please remember before your bobsled comes to a complete stop to follow us on Facebook and Instagram. And remember,
Remain seated, please. Permanecer sentados, por favor.